Oh my God. Note to self, never have 4 waffles an hour after having 3 chicken enchiladas. No bueno.
Scratch babble.
Hello. Sunday morning. It's cloudy. It hasn't been cloudy in a while, but we could actually use a little rain. I just wanted to do a quick 2,000 mile plus update on the KLR 650, and I wanted to do a farkle review. We all seem to get farkle woodies when we first get a KLR, and any motorcycle for that matter. Read about what to get it. Is it worth getting it? Should we have got something else? So I want to do a quick review of the farkles that I've got too. This review is actually like 2 reviews because it's 2 different bikes. And on the road, I can't complain. It does everything I want it to do. I have not been on the interstate with it, but other than that, I've been up to 80 on it. I did change to the 16-tooth sprocket because I do mostly commuting. But it's been great. It's been stable. I have no issues with it. Still on stock tires. No problem whatsoever. Off-road, mostly in sand because that's what we have around here close to my house. I can't fault the bike for any of it. It's heavy. Guys on lighter bikes don't have near as tough a time, but it can do it. It's all about how good your experience is, how much experience you have, how good your technique is. But it can certainly do it. Airing down the tires makes a world of difference. And at some point I'll probably go to, the next tires will probably be a little more off-road biased, maybe more of a 50-50 tire. But as a commuter and as an adventure bike and as a off-road bike, I haven't done any single trail. It's just been great. You know, I'm a new rider, 1.5 years now, still new. I've only had this bike since March, so this is the first thing I've been on that I've had a chance to really get to know, so to speak. And it's been great. I have no complaints whatsoever. It's not perfect, it's not fast, it can be a little rough, but I'm loving it. I love that I can work on it. I do my own oil changes. I've done adjustments to the clutch. I've done choke adjustments. It's all minor stuff. I mean, I'm not a wrencher by any means.
Known as Paquito Bayou. It's not far from my house. Used to put in here a lot, and it's been years since I've been down here. It's actually a really nice park. I'd have to win 3 lotteries to live anywhere around here, but it's a nice little park. All right, so farkles. Everybody does them. Everybody wants them. It's the first thing you start researching, probably even before you buy the bike. And on the KLR, you don't really know. You see what everybody does. I kind of added them as I needed them, and it's worked out great. Started out mostly commuting. The MGO trunk, I love it. It's been great for a cheap trunk. I've had this thing off-road too. It's been solid as rock now. I've been mostly on sand and flat ground. Probably be a lot different on rocks. I'd go to soft bags either way. I don't have any hard luggage on the sides. That's next, again, for commuting. But the MGO trunk's been awesome. Then the next thing I did was the IMS shifter. And that's been great. I needed that right away. When I put on my riding boots, I could not get it under the shifter. I raised the shifter up, but then it was too high if I wore like high top tennis shoes. So the extended shifter solved the problem. I'm able to do them both. Added the off-road foot pegs obviously made a big difference. SW Motec crash bars were among the last things I got. And ironically enough, I dumped it in the driveway, backing it out after installation to check them out. And since then, I've dumped them again in another parking lot, doing a slow speed turn, leaning too much, scarred them up a little right there. And that could have easily been my plastics. These aren't in order, by the way. Sorry about going off camera. Now, this Nelson rig bag, I've really liked it. It's got a waterproof cover. It does great. I've never even had a hint of wetness. But right there, hopefully you can see it, focus up, the seams started coming loose. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do about that. Maybe it's as simple as get somebody to restitch it for me. But that thing's been great. Most recently, just this week as a matter of fact, focus, I got the RAM mount for the phone. I've got a Galaxy Note 3. It doesn't blow up. Can't use it as a fire starter. And I just got the double take mirrors. Oh, there, get me in the shot. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? The stock mirrors are horrid. I mean, they're really bad. They're all distorted. Things are closer than they may appear, the whole 9 yards. So I went to some eBay mirrors that I really, really liked. The problem was they stuck out farther than the handlebars. They gave me plenty of visibility. And every time I went down, which unfortunately I've done a few times on and off-road, they'd pop off or break off, thread stripped. Went back to the stockers, couldn't handle it. So I finally bit the bullet and got the double takes. And it's a safety thing. It's a lot safer. I can see all around me. I have trouble seeing past my shoulders. And I can move them out of the way off-road. It's just, they're expensive. It's like $110, $112 for the whole assembly, but it's worth every penny. So, and I think that's about it with the farkles. Oh, I did have the charger ports put in. Oops. Inadvertent panning back and forth. I mean, inadvertent focus. Put my finger in the wrong place. Anyway, dual USB and 12 volt. Use that a lot. It's been great. And other than that, that's pretty much it. I've got my Panda reflectors. Panda's a personal thing for me. On the handguards, got the Everride sticker. I think the only other sticker I've got, I did take the 650 stickers off the rear plastics. It just looked weird to me. They were lined up on the same angle as the KLR, and then you had the Kawasaki written on the seat, like fighting it. So I took them off. I like it better. Got my Wrenchers Network sticker. And then I got my Eagle Mike sticker from, I got a washerless lock nut when I changed to the 16-tooth sprocket, which I love. I haven't had to change it in the sand either. But I haven't put that on yet, and I've got a magnetic drain plug next oil change, which will be this week I have to put on. So, but farkle-wise, everything's was needed. Nothing's been like a luxury yet, although heated grips are on the list. Want to do two quick gear things. This helmet, I'd give it a C-. It's a Bell Revolver Evo, my first helmet. Got a great deal on Rivzilla. It is so stinking loud and noisy, and it's heightened by the fact that this KLR windshield shoves all the air right up under your neck, so it's even louder. I'm still going back and forth on what to do with the windshield, whether I want to go KLR dash with a double bubble or whether I want to do the Madstad. Dash looks so much better. But the Madstad, everybody says it works flawless. But that helmet, man, I can't wait to replace it. But high vis works. At least 3 different times that high vis has saved my life. When somebody looked left, looked right, looked left again, still didn't see me, started to pull out, and then all of a sudden you see their head like jerk, and they look straight at my head. That's what made them recognize me. So I'm a big proponent of high vis, not so much the Bell Revolver Evo. And then the last thing, this was given to me. I couldn't afford it on my best day, unless I won the lottery. It's an older Klein Badlands Pro jacket that is spectacular. You know, I know they cost a fortune, and I probably wouldn't own one. No, I wouldn't own one unless it had been given to me, which it was. Terrence, you're still the man. Thank you so much. But I would start a fund where I saved for it, because it is worth every penny you spend. Completely dry, vents like crazy, although I have to go to a mesh here in Florida when we hit summer. You know, I can ride in, because of the wind protection, I can ride in, I don't know, 50-degree weather with just a t-shirt on underneath and vents closed. It's worth every penny. Anyway, that's it for the Farkles. Everything I've done to it has actually been worth it and needed.
All in all, when I first got the bug to ride 40 years ago and didn't, got it again and didn't, and then finally did a year and a half ago, thought I was going to be strictly a street rider, and I am mostly a street rider right now. But what relit my fire was dual sport and adventure. The thought of adventure. The thought of being able to do long way light or whatever ride does out in Utah or whatever. But I wanted to ride because it looked fun. And the KLR 650 it should be renamed Fun. It's just a fun bike to ride. It's fun to commute on. It's fun to go off-road on. It's fun to work on. I love everything about it. Yep, I still get little Christmas Eve woodies the night before I know I'm going for a ride. Sorry. I love it that much. Thanks for watching. I hope that wasn't TM either.